Okay, guys, welcome back. We're in section R6A. We're about halfway through it, and today our topic, as you can see in the examples below, we're going to be multiplying two fractions together. It's called multiplying rational expressions. It looks pretty intimidating, but as long as you know how to factor, you'll be pretty good on this. So let me rephrase that. As long as you know how to factor and reduce fractions, you guys will be great on this. So to multiply these rational expressions, it says we multiply straight across first, then we factor and simplify. And the steps are we're going to factor the numerator and denominator. Remember, we're always going to look out for GCF first. Side note. And then B, we're going to cancel to remove factors of 1 and then multiply straight across. So let me show you how to do that. It's kind of confusing directions. So we have one fraction multiplied by another. Here's what I have people do. I have them form one big fraction. And then I'm going to factor everything. So let me color code here. So this guy right here on the top left, that's a difference of squares. We can factor that. Remember, that's x plus 2, x minus 2, difference of squares. And then the top right is a binomial. Sorry, is a monomial. Monomials cannot be factored, so we're just going to drag that over for now. So times 20a squared. The bottom left, that is also a monomial. It cannot be factored. So 16a, and then times. And then the bottom right is a plus 2. That cannot be factored. So we're going to drag that over. And binomials, when they get put with monomials, we put the binomials into parentheses. Now, what we're going to do is based on what we worked on yesterday, which was we're trying to see what we can cancel at the top with at the bottom. So when they're binomials, such as x plus 2 and x plus 2, we can cancel those out. So when binomials are identical, one at the top can cross out with one at the bottom. Now, let's kind of rearrange things here. Let's put my monomials in front, my 20a squared and my 16a. Let's put those in front, line them kind of on top of each other, and then we can drag over this, just drag over the x minus 2. The x minus 2 is going to get dragged into our answer. Okay, so monomials, we want to reduce those like regular fractions. So take a look here. We got 20 divided by 16. Each of those can be divided by 4 to have 5 over 4. Next, look at the a's in the monomial. A to the second divided by a is a. You have leave the a at the top because the higher exponent is at the top. And then that x minus 2, drag it into your answer just like I said you would. And there you go. There's your answer. 5a times the difference of x minus 2 divided by 4. So as you can see, it's just a bunch of factoring. And then the monomials, reduce them like a regular fraction. And then binomials, you're looking to eliminate them if they match one at the top with one at the bottom. Okay, let's take a look at another one. So as I said, we want to write one big fraction. Then we're going to start factoring. The top left, x plus 4, cannot be factored, so just bring it down in the numerator. The top right has a GCF of x to the second power. Remember, it's the smallest exponent. and then you divide each thing by x to the second, so we're really subtracting the exponents. So x to the fourth divided by x to the second is x to the second minus 9. And the x squareds canceled out when you took out the x to the second in the GCF. Now, that x squared minus 9, I'm going to go ahead to save some space here. That actually can be factored further. This is a difference of squares. So I'm going to make it into x plus 3 and x minus 3. And then don't worry about it anymore. Just ignore it. So the top right actually had to get factored twice. It had a GCF followed by a difference of squares. Now the bottom left has a GCF. The GCF there is 2x. And then we're going to carefully divide by the 2x. So 2x to the second divided by 2x is x. Then minus 6x divided by 2x would be 3, and the x is canceled. Don't have a 3. Do not have an x with the 3. Now the bottom right trinomial, that is going to be factored. That's a easy trinomial. So we're going to put two binomials. The signs, the c is a minus 8, so my signs have to be plus minus. And two numbers that multiply to get 8, that subtract to get plus 2, that should be plus 4 and minus 2. Hopefully you guys should be pros on factoring those easy trinomials by now, since this is the third year we've been doing it. Okay, so now everything is factored, so now I'm going to try to eliminate any matching binomials. Can you spot any that are matching, one at the top with one at the bottom? Yes, x plus 4 and x plus 4. We also have x minus 3 and x minus 3. And that's it for the matching binomials. So now let's go down to the next line and kind of drag things down that are still existing. So I do like to put my monomials first. So in the numerator, you have this x squared here, so put that out in front. And you still have that x plus 3. So a binomial bring down in parentheses when there's something else there. In the denominator, you have a monomial, put that out in front. And then you have this binomial, x minus 2, bring that down. Okay, believe it or not, we actually can go further here. I notice I did not reduce the monomials yet, so I want to work on that now. Let me draw your attention right here. These guys can reduce. Monomials reduce with monomials. So what is x squared divided by x? That would be x on the top. And then bring everything else over. Bring over that 2. Bring over the x plus 3. And bring over the x minus 2. And then that's done. Okay, so we just learned how to multiply rational expressions. I'll save dividing for another part. But I want to go down to find the page for assignment R.6A. And how many are here? 3. I'll do 1 or 2 more, then I'll let you guys go on your own. So, number 10, let's start with our big fraction. The top left cannot be factored. So r minus s. The top right is a difference of squares. So that would be r plus s, r minus s. Remember, if you don't remember difference of squares, please hit up YouTube, type it in. The bottom left, r plus s, cannot be factored. Drag that down. And then bottom right, it says r minus s, then squared. outside of parentheses. Remember what that means is to write r minus s twice. Okay, so now it's entirely factored. So we are looking to cancel out binomials. R minus s, r minus s, r plus s, r plus s, and also r minus s, r minus s. What happens when everything cancels out in a fraction? What are you supposed to put? A lot of people put 0, but that would be wrong. It's actually 1. Just the number 1 is our answer. Everything canceled out in a fraction. It's like saying 8 divided by 8. They cancel out, but 8 divided by 8 is 1. Anything divided by itself is 1. Okay, so I'll let you guys go from here. So you guys should be good. I taught you how to multiply rational expressions, so you should be able to do 11 through 15.